Hello tokusatsu community and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today is one of the final videos of the year. I wanted to kind of go over my 2022 Toku related holiday haul. So I have a bunch of the stuff that I got for Christmas here sitting next to me, at least the Toku related stuff. I got plenty of stuff that wasn't Toku related like whatsoever, which are not really going to be shown off in this video. I mean, look at this. Like I got a couple G.I. Joe figures and stuff, because if you didn't know and if you haven't noticed them behind me, for most of my more recent videos here, or anytime I'm at my house, basically, they're back there. I collect the G.I. Joe Classified series as well, so I got plenty of those for Christmas, but that is not going to be the point of this video here. Today's going to be going over my tokusatsu Christmas haul from 2022. So I'm going to go and start with this big thing down here. Yeah, I got it finally. So I do finally have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Blue Ranger helmet, which this is just an empty box. The actual helmet itself is sitting over there on my shelf, which a picture will be popping up right now, which is it next to the Pink Ranger one, which I actually left enough room on my shelf perfectly for it to fit. And there's a picture of me wearing it on Christmas morning with my hair sticking out. So there's going to be a proper actual video review of this pretty soon, probably sometime next week at the time of this recording. Is one of the first 2023 videos. But yeah, I finally have it. Very happy to get it. It's kind of fun because my dad bought this for me for Christmas, and what's kind of interesting is that since I usually pre-order every single thing in the Lightning Collection, it's really difficult for anybody, like friends or family, to get me something Lightning Collection that I don't have as a birthday gift or a Christmas gift or what have you. But I've refrained from pre-ordering the helmets and the roleplay items, and pretty much kind of the Zap stuff too. I'm kind of trying to wait on deals for those more than anything else. So I had this on my wish list, and my dad got it for me. So now I'm just missing the Draken helmet, and I'll have all the helmets. But I'm really happy to have this one. The Blue Ranger is one of my favorite ones. This goes very nicely with the Lance, which I unfortunately left at my college dorm, so my video for that cannot have me have the helmets and the Lance. And this helmet does mean a lot to me because Hasbro announced the Blue Ranger helmet and the Blue Ranger Lance on my birthday, which is May 19th. So I always will remember that it's something that was announced on my birthday. And my 21st birthday at that, which was a pretty big milestone one. So, you know, the Blue Ranger helmet, pretty cool. I really do like it, but we'll take a look at that more in detail in its own video. So I got this. This is the next volume of Radiant Black, part of the Massiverse, written by Kyle Higgins, and I know that people from Ranger Danger work on this and everything. It's a very tokusatsu-inspired series, which I think looks really cool. Like, this artwork is really sweet. And I got volume 1 of this back, I think, last Christmas, and now I have volume 2. So I would maybe like to someday do some kind of video on Radiant Black or something, if you guys would like to see it. It definitely is a really cool thing. There's a ton of other comics in the Massiverse, like Inferno Girl Red. I know there's Radiant Pink. I know there's the Dead Lucky, which is written by Melissa Flores, who's now the new main writer for the Mighty Morphin comics. So I definitely would like to take a look at this someday on the channel maybe, but it's a pretty cool series that is like Toku adjacent, so I figured it'd fit in this. And speaking of comics, it's pretty much a tradition at this point that I get a lot of the Mighty Morphin, Power Rangers, any of the Boom Studios paper trade backs as birthday gifts or Christmas gifts, and this year is no exception to that, so I am hilariously behind on these. As you probably know, the last thing I really read from the Boom comics was Shattered Grid, so, you know, a couple years behind, but I love collecting these. I absolutely love the stories that Boom Studios does, from everybody that's always talking about them on Twitter and everything. And I'm not ready to fully announce it yet, but it's possible I might be doing something comic-related in 2023, so I'm definitely going to really need these. But stay tuned for that. But basically, what's really cool here is that I got Mighty Morphin Volume 5 actually as a gift from TrekkyB47, Eric Berry on Twitter. So huge thanks to him. He bought this off my Amazon wishlist. I really do appreciate that. I love the cover on this one, the Destroyed Command Center with the Rangers next to it. It looks so cool. So I can't wait to read this eventually. And then for my grandma, I got the Godzilla vs. Power Rangers crossover that happened this year. So I haven't really seen like a lot of people talk about this one, but I collect every single one of the trade paperbacks. I have pretty much every single one of them. I think I'm only like slightly behind. Actually, I don't think I have Mighty Morphin Volume 4. I have 1 through 3 and 5. I think I have 4 yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. So we got 2 more Boom Studios comics there, so that's always very helpful. Sticking in the realm of books, I have the Guinness World Records book of 2023. Now, how does this have anything to do with tokusatsu? Good question. So, this is another tradition. I used to read these all the time in grade school and just have them and stuff like that. And so my mom gets me the newest one every single year. But the reason why this one is especially special, if we go to page, I believe it was 84, I think it was. Let me go there. 80. Oh, I passed it. 80 something. We have the Guinness Book of World Records holder for the most Power Rangers items in a collection, which if you don't remember, I met him, Michael, at Power Morphicon back in August, and this is the book that he was added to, so really, really cool to have this one here. His collection is absolutely impressive. He was a very, very nice guy. I was really happy to meet him at Morphicon, and he was included in my little vlog and everything like that, so this is kind of a cool thing that's like, I guess technically right now Tokusatsu adjacent, because it's the one that has him as the record, so I think that's really, really cool. It's also just kind of a neat design for it this year. I've had these, I have every single one of these since 2010s, so that's what, like 13 years of this or something like that, so, and the tradition just continues again. And then speaking of stuff that my mom got me, she found like these stickers online, which I think a lot of them could probably have stolen artwork, probably. I don't really know where these all came from necessarily, probably some kind of weird like third-party seller thing, but there's just some random stickers in here for like Mighty Morphin. There's one that says, it's a Megaforce one that says, "Thank you for coming to Brendan's 4th birthday party," so I hope he had a good one. So there's some funny little ones here, so there's a lot of Mystic Force, Dino Charge, Samurai, stuff like that. So, you know, just kind of like a fun pack of stickers. My mom got me those. I'll put those over there. She also got me this shirt that I'm wearing, this really cool Green Ranger shirt. I'm not sure where she got this one necessarily, but it looks pretty cool. My dad got me this awesome Power Rangers Villains hoodie that I've always kind of wanted. That came out for the 25th anniversary. I think it's in the wash right now, so that's why I don't have it right here. But that one looks absolutely incredible. It has at least one villain from all of the first 25 seasons, which I absolutely love. So that is pretty sweet. I think the final toy-related things I got from my parents was this, the Tiger Electronics Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game. So I always kind of wanted this thing ever since I saw it was a thing. I didn't grow up in the 90s, so I never had like an original Tiger Electronics game this is supposed to be a recreation of. But I always like collecting random Mighty Morphin stuff, and this is no exception. It is also a Hasbro product, because I think they own Tiger games or something. So I think this is pretty sweet. And then my dad also got me the Jada, was it Jada Toys? Yeah, Jada Toys metal figure set, which I've also really wanted always, because I like little like novelty things like this. But also the lineup of this set is so interesting. You know, you get Korag and Wolf Warrior. You get Psycho Green in here? No, Psycho Red is in here. But you get Phantom and Draken. So like, but really, Korag and Wolf Warrior like don't ever get merchandise. So to have them in this little metal set is really cool. And I'm definitely gonna be doing a video on this. And if there's videos on anything else you guys would like to see here or that I'm talking about, just let me know down in the comments below. I'd definitely be willing to make more videos on all this kind of stuff. But yeah, this is pretty neat, and this is definitely getting a video for sure. I got some pretty nice things off my wish list from people on Twitter. So Ballin sent me this, which is another thing I've always really wanted. Because, like, look at this dude. What is up with this proportion here? But it's the Play School Heroes, what is this called? The Mega Mighties Red Ranger figure, which, as you might know, I love collecting Mighty Morphin Red Ranger merchandise. And this is just silly and ridiculous. Like, I absolutely think this is hilarious. But I'm glad I have this. He also sent me one of the little Play School Heroes blind bags, which, if I remember correctly, I got Mighty Morphin Black in that one. So I forget where I put that. It's somewhere. And then Reggie, True Comrade O's on Twitter, helped me out with my Legacy collection by getting me the Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger figure. So I'm almost done, or somewhat almost done, with getting the rest of the Mighty Morphin figures, or getting the rest of the Legacy figures in general, which is something that I'm trying to complete. And then Greg, Spin Dash on Twitter, sent me, where is it here? He sent me this from my wish list, which is another set of, or it's another set of just one model building to go with Zap. It's a 1/144 scaled building. I'll be leaving an Amazon link to this, by the way, in the description below, an affiliate link if you guys would like to pick this up. I already showed off in my Zap videos that one building that I got that I think looks really nice when you have it standing there, which I got the building, or another building for. And then my grandma, I think these will work pretty well. She got me these model trees, which just kind of look like a bag of like moss or something, but they're all like little individual trees that are also supposed to be like 1/144 scaled. So I kind of create, or I should probably turn it like this way, so I can create some kind of like little city or something, kind of like a cool little diorama to put my Zap Zords in. At least that's the idea. So we'll kind of see what happens with that, but kind of building like a tiny little city here. And then I believe this is the final thing to note. This is one of those TMNT Cobra Kai crossover packs, which technically has nothing to do with Tokusatsu, anything at all, but I got this for a particular reason, and that's because both Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Cobra Kai have crossed over with the Lightning Collection, so I figured it'd be kind of nice to get like a full-on civilian Daniel LaRusso figure to go with the White Ranger one they're ranking, and this is Michelangelo. I guess kind of would go with the Yellow Ranger one that we got last year. So I don't know, I thought it was kind of a fun thing. These are the only two characters in those 4 packs that they've made for TMNT with Cobra Kai that both have Lightning Collection figures, so like, you know, and they scale relatively nicely. So here is Daniel LaRusso next to In Space Black, so there is that. But, you know, whatever. I thought it was kind of a fun thing I wanted to get just because of the novelty that both these characters were in the Lightning collection. Now, the last thing to show off here today, really excited about this. I saw this on Facebook numerous times over the last couple of months and everything, and I really wanted to get these for my collection and see how they would turn out. But there are these photo storage bins that you can get at Michael's, and I think you can get them on Amazon and everything like that as well, that people were using because they were a pretty decently sized alternative or a way to store Lightning collection figures in their own little individual containers with accessories and everything included. Now, my dad, I sent the link to him. I was like, hey, if you want to help me with storage, because storage with Lightning collection is really difficult, because if you might have seen from some of my college dorm videos or my packing up to go to dorm videos or whatever, in the past, what I've done is have these giant bins where I just lay the Lightning collection figures out on like a foam layer in like reveal order with like 9 across, and then I put a foam layer and then more figures because I didn't really want them touching that much because I didn't want them to like chip paint off of each other. And while that worked for transportation, at a certain point those bins ran out of space, and it's also incredibly difficult when I'm trying to do figure reviews to pull out a specific figure that I'm looking for. It's just a complete pain. But these photo cases work pretty well. So here's one of them, full of Lightning collection figures I brought home for break. The rest of my Lightning collection figures are actually still back up at the dorm in the original storage methods. But my dad bulk ordered these because it's cheaper to do that on Michael's website, which got me 8 of them. So I've been using 2 of them for my G.I. Joe Classified series, and the other 6 are going to go to the Lightning collection. But yeah, it works quite well. So I also don't have any of my accessories here because those are all back up at the dorm. But for an example, let me try to grab some good examples here. So here is Wild Force Blue in a container. So you have to fit the guys at like an angle, and you have to fit the girls. Well, you can fit the girls perfectly standing up. You can even fit like 2 of the girls in here. These are great. I really like these. I'm gonna probably try to decorate them, make some decals or something. I'll probably try to do like I'll maybe do some kind of like dedicated video to this specifically because I'm still looking for a little bit more cases because there's certain figures that just cannot fit in these whatsoever. Like Ecliptor, that's not going to happen. You obviously won't be able to fit monsters like Pudgy Pig or Eye Guy or anything like that in here. And you can't fit like Cycles and all that kind of stuff. So it's not going to be 100% perfect, but for the most part, since most Lightning collection figures are just the typical male or female body mold, this is going to be perfect. And also what's really cool is that since all the individual cases like that, whenever I'm traveling in between the dorm and my house, I can bring like a very certain amount of figures, you know, in the assortment of 16 of them, because you can fit 16 of these cases that it comes with, by the way, in the giant case. And then you can just put them in here, slot them in there, close it up, and carry 16 Lightning collection figures very easily or store them on the shelves. I love this. This is really nice. And this is definitely the best way I've ever seen to store and transport Lightning collection figures thus far, and I'm quite a fan of that. And with that, that's going to do it for my 2022 holiday Christmas haul here on Toku Topics. So let me know down in the comments below, what did you think of the stuff I got here? Is there anything you'd like to specifically see a video on that I wasn't already planning? Like the Jada Toys thing. That's pretty much the only thing I was explicitly planning a video on. Same thing with the comic, or not the comic, the cases for the Lightning collection stuff. But let me know down in the comments below, what kind of tokusatsu stuff did you get for Christmas, or did you buy yourself even? There's a lot of stuff I bought myself, but I'm not really counting that as Christmas gifts, even though I bought it with like Christmas money. But we'll get there when we get there, because there's gonna be some unboxing streams and videos and stuff coming out over the next couple of weeks or so. Lots of fun things. And also, as my buddy Vaughn teased, I did fall into peer pressure again. He knows what that is. You guys will see what that is soon enough, because yes, my friends on Toku Twitter persuaded me to buy something else from Sentai again that I said I wasn't going to buy, as this usually goes. So, like I said, I'd love to know what you guys have to say down in the comments below about anything. I hope you guys all had a great holiday season, or if you didn't celebrate any holidays, I hope you're just having a nice, chill, good time at the end of December. And I can't believe it's almost 2023 here on the channel. But yeah, that's going to do it. So I'll see you all next time. And until then, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LiveRangerKey or LannyFigPR, and I'll talk to you all later.